All right, welcome. Are we live? What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. My life over the last couple months has gotten a million times better. When the pandemic started, I was rock bottom, like mentally. I was feeling like so shitty and just down on the world. It'd be like 3 days up and then 1 day just ass down, like just terrible, right? I'd just feel awful. And then it'd be like that again. 3 days I'm feeling good and then terrible. And then one of my favorite ways to feel better is honestly just eating food, right? I mean, the endorphins that go into your brain are so satisfying. They make you feel so good. And then, oh shit, I also love beer. So if I'm feeling down, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna get some good fucking food and I'm gonna crack a beer and I'm gonna feel great. The problem with that is over time, it starts to add up and then you start feeling bad about where you're at, like physically. So then that's just adding to the problem. It's not fixing it. Now, I am the type of person that's never gonna speak ill of beer or ill of food. Those are two of my favorite things in the world, and they still are. I'll speak ill of soda. I don't like soda. I don't do soda. But, you know, you need to make some changes. You can't be putting Band-Aids on it. You just gotta feel better within. You gotta find that joy within yourself, right? All right, today I'm not gonna be daddy. Today I'm gonna be dad. This is the dad talk. I'm having the dad talk with you guys. Chat, well, you tell me, how many of you guys are going through some kind of fitness journey yourself or wanting to? Yeah, a lot of people, right? Hard with COVID. It is hard with COVID. Yes. Definitely something that's important. I think the mentality behind like getting fit is super important. I'd love to talk about that. Have you ever tried fitness dick in your mouth? Oh, did I really just fall for that? Brother, you got me. Of course I fell for it, man. This is a fitness stream. Of course I'm gonna fall for the fitness gag. I want to point out right now that I am not a fitness expert. I am not a dietitian, nor am I a personal trainer. I am literally just a dude who went through his own journey, just doing normal shit, looking it up online, and I'm just gonna share that with you, and maybe it'll inspire you or give you some ideas on how to work things out for yourself. I don't claim to have all the answers. I'm not going to have all the answers, but I'm just going to talk about what I did, and maybe it'll serve as some kind of inspiration for you to get some of your own ideas or maybe get moving in the right direction, right? Some people might be in the channel right now and just being like, well, what do you mean, Hugo? Like, I don't get it. I didn't think you were like out of shape or anything. Well, let me show you, all right? It's been a gradual process, so it's actually always a little jarring when you see what the old you used to look like. This was me. This is June. This is from the Deep Leffen video, and I think June to July to August is probably around where I was at my worst. So I'm probably chubbier than this at a certain point. And again, nothing wrong with being a little thicker. I think that's totally cool. This is if you want to change that. I personally did want to change that. I wouldn't say that I was particularly unhealthy. I just wanted to have a body type that I recalled at like my peaks, right, as I was growing up, right? So I was a thick boy and I just didn't like it, so I wanted to change it. I'm not here to say that there's anything wrong with being thick. I was unhappy with how I was looking and I was unhappy with my health. I wanted to be leaner. I wanted to get less tired. I would get tired more often over little shit. And then also adding to that, this god-awful haircut. I mean, look at this shit. It just wasn't where I wanted to be. I started getting the epiphany that these things that people do to be healthier are like lifestyle changes, right? They're not struggles, and then they're not like intense decisions. They're just living a different life, you know what I mean? The same way that all of us wake up and brush our teeth. I hope we all do that, chat. But the same way we wake up and brush our teeth, change into some clothes, like you have a routine, right? And I thought, all right, I want to change things. I want to make lifestyle changes. If you don't know, at this point now, I have lost from when I started in September. And then I got real serious about it. But I started in September. From that point up until my birthday this year, I lost about 23 to 24 pounds. And it was gradual. It wasn't like a crazy 10 pounds a week or some insane shit. It was like a healthy, slow, gradual loss, right? After losing about 24 pounds, this is what I ended up looking like. Look, you can see some abs. That's kind of cool, right? And I was like a chubby dude. I was getting out of shape and I wasn't really liking it. And so I went from this to this. All right, from dad to daddy, because I put in the work and I just made lifestyle changes, and people like my mom specifically She's a Hispanic mom. She's a traditional mom where she's just like, oye, mijo, estás perdiendo mucho peso, which means in Spanish, it means, yo, you're getting too skinny, right? And you know how parents are. You show up to the house, you're getting fat. You're losing weight, you're getting skinny. There's literally no middle ground. It's never like, son, you look great. It's never that. I just want to inspire people, man. And I wanted to show my nips. What do you mean? This isn't about you guys? I just wanted to show my nips. Are you kidding me? That's what this is all about. No, but for real though, okay. What's the first thing I need to know? This is something everybody should do if you're looking to go on some kind of journey that's similar. Get to a fucking calorie calculator. That's it. That's how it starts, okay? I literally went online. I typed calorie calculator on Google. I typed in my age, right? I typed in my age, 27, okay? I typed in my height, all right? 6'1". Before anyone asks, yes, this is my age and this is my height. Activity, I put down what I felt I would be doing, right? So like if you want to know where it is right now, so at that point in time, probably moderate exercise 4 to 5 times a week is what I was at. So I hit calculate. Okay. And for a 27-year-old, 6'1" male, which I am, for me to maintain weight, I had to be eating 2,700 calories about. For me to do mild weight loss, 0.5 pounds a week, 2,480. For me to do a decent amount of weight loss, 1 pound a week, 2,200 about. For me to lose extreme weight, extreme to almost everywhere I've looked has been 2 pounds. I don't think you should go further than that, right? 1,730. 2 pounds a week. And I thought, okay, 2 pounds a week is fine. I could handle that. I've heard of diets that like promote like losing 10 pounds a week or like 8. That's insane. To me, that's insane. So I just decided to go to the limit, just see what this would feel like, right? Just to see. So I see it. I'm like 1730. Okay. What do I eat now? It was my next thought. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know how much I eat every day. I don't know how much everything is. So what do I do, right? Here's where the mentality part starts to come in, right? I'm thinking, I want to lose weight. I want to go on this journey, right? What is the number one thing stopping me? To me, it's my own unwillingness to do the work, right? It's knowing how much effort it takes to pull off 1730 calories a day, to be that disciplined to keep it within that line. That's what turns me off about the ideas. And I'm not saying that this is easy for everybody, but this is what I decided to do. This is not a paid partnership, okay? I would actually be legally required to tell you this if it was, okay? But who knows? Maybe we could work something out in the future. I don't know. But I went to Freshly, okay? Not an ad. I'm just telling you the truth of what I did, okay? So I went to Freshly because that's the one I've heard of. They do meals, and they have their calories listed per meal. Well, it might be in the future. What if Freshly reaches out? Maybe I should act like this is an ad, right? Shoutouts to Freshly. Okay, no, but for real. So basically, I went online and I looked up a meal prep service, and I looked at their meals, and I'm like, okay, steak, peppercorn, that shit looks good. Home-style chicken, okay, well, what the hell? How is that healthy, right? And then I just looked through it, and then looking at the calories, I'm looking at this, I'm like, 560. Oh, well, shit, if I eat 3 meals a day, and these are 560 a piece, I could technically eat 3 of these and then be within my calorie intake limit. It might not be within everybody's price range. I think for 12 meals a week, it's about $100 a week, which, to be honest, is cheaper than what I was doing. I was Postmating. The fees are crazy, right? So this is how I decided to make things easy. I wouldn't struggle where you're eating the same shit all the time. You get bored of it, right? I personally hate eating leftovers because I get bored of food very quickly. I eat it once and then I want something new the next time. Doesn't mean I won't go back in the future, but I want something new all the time. And this solved my problem. I could pick 12 different meals and I won't have food fatigue. And then I also stick within my calorie limit. I'm like, easy. This is how it starts. You just start it easy. So that's part 1. This is what I think is an essential part of going on some kind of fitness journey. Okay? It is the idea of avoiding that looming feeling that it's going to be too hard, right? That's how people quit. They're about to start and they're like, man, I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this. And I got to do this. This is going to be way too hard. I don't think I could do it. And then you just don't do it. You just don't do shit. Or they go all in. They're like, I need to do all of this. I need to get healthy everything else, I'm going to go in on it, and I'm going to go in on it hard. And then they do everything all at once, and then they burn out early, and their diet lasts like a month. Those aren't lifestyle changes. That's not a lifestyle change. That is like a hyper-focus, like fitness boner that you have, right? You know how Mango says he's got a melee boner, and all he does is play melee for a while? Yeah, that's you having a fitness boner. You're like, I'm gonna do everything, and I'm gonna go crazy this month, and it only lasts a month because you burn out. So this is key in my mind. Add layers to your journey one by one. Don't start thinking, I gotta eat right, I gotta exercise right, I gotta do cardio right, I gotta do macros, I gotta do all these things. Don't do all that all at the beginning. Just start easy. I started just by changing the amount of calories I eat every day. That's it. I didn't give a fuck about fat. I didn't care about lifting. I didn't care about the exercise. I was just like, let's just start off with the easy thing. And then once this becomes a part of my lifestyle, then I add the next layer. And the next layer to me was lifting. Okay, and now I have been lifting for a good amount of time now. I started lifting, I'd say about like 8 years ago. And I used to never lift before, but I just started going to the gym and I started lifting. And the reason I started lifting was because I hated cardio. And then I found out, I'm like, wait, hold up. You're telling me I could just lift some weights for 45 minutes at a gym. And not only am I going to get bigger and look better, but I'm going to burn more calories because my body is just passively working to repair muscles. And I don't have to run miles and shit. I could actually just like kind of lose weight and start getting bigger and look good just by lifting. This is broken. And then I never stopped lifting since then. It's always been fun for me, right? I ended up getting some portable weights because gyms are closed, or they were during the pandemic, and I don't think it's safe to go to a gym right now, so I just don't. So I got these weights. Now, granted, I think this is the part that's most expensive and is probably hard for people. But I did what I had to do, right? I needed to lift. So this was the next layer I added, which was just lift every day. I was like, dude, I already lift, but I take days off. I'm like, I'm too lazy today, I won't do it. I was like, no, not anymore. You're gonna do this every day except for your cheat day. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're just gonna do it the same way you brush your teeth. Right? You treat it like that. You treat it like a part of your day, like putting on deodorant. Smashers, I'm serious. That should be a regular part of your daily routine, right? So you treat this the same way. Now, you must be asking yourself, but Hugs, brushing your teeth and lifting weights, there's a huge difference between the two. Lifting weights is much, much harder. And to that, I'd say you're correct. That is right. But here's the next idea that I employ when I try to add a habit to my life is the rule of inertia. In my mind, the hardest part about doing something difficult is starting. All you smash heads, all you melee heads in here, it's the same idea, right? This is actually some SFAT advice that I think changed my entire brain on how to approach discipline and being a better, a better performing person. I think it was me, Laudandus, and SFAT. And SFAT was talking about how he practices and he runs like drills on L canceling, wave dashing, etc. And then Laudandus and I were kind of the same minds, like, dude, that shit is so boring to do, and I already do it. I already know how to do it. Why the fuck do I need to practice that? And then the way SFAT put it was like, look, you just have to treat it like it's something you have to do. Okay? You just have to do it. It's boring. It's not fun. But you give yourself no choice but to do it, and that's how you end up performing in tournaments, right? That's how it's discipline over motivation, right? That's what SFAT put out there. He said, motivation is fleeting, right? It really is. Motivation is fleeting. You don't want to count on motivation to get everything going. Motivation is what gets you started. Discipline is what turns you into a machine, right? Discipline is different from motivation, is in that motivation is what, like, hell yeah, I'm excited to lift. Hell yeah, we're going to get buff. Hell yeah, like, let's get into this shit. Let's get fit. That's what starts you off. Right now, if you're listening to this, you're like, I want to do this shit. That's motivation. That shit's dope, and it gets you started. But then come the days where you're like, dude, I hate this. I don't want to do it. But that's where discipline kicks in. And that's where you're thinking, it doesn't matter if you don't want to do it. You have to, right? And you're like, but this is hard. Well, going to the gym is not hard. Walking inside is not hard. Checking into your gym is not hard. So you do all those easy things, and now you're forced to do the hard part. So fuck it. You got to do it now. Something I actually hate, cardio. I hate cardio with a passion. But I know that's something that helps you like lose weight, and it's also it's a healthy thing. And again, I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, what makes cardio easy? I hate running. What can I do? I was like, oh, hiking. I like hiking. I fucking love me some nature, dog. All right, you see some beautiful ass mountains? You want to cry and shit? It's so fucking beautiful. You know what I'm saying, dog? It counts as cardio, and it's such a peaceful experience. You get fresh air on your face. You get some vitamin D from the sun. All around, just a cool experience, right? You go on your hike, and you're doing this every day. And I do a hike almost every single day. There are some days where I skip, where I really just, it's more of a time thing. Like, I got a meeting at 1 o'clock, and then I got to stream at this time. I simply just do not have the time today. Then I skip it on those days, right? Because I don't have time. But am I ever laying there like, oh, I don't want to do this hike? Yes. But do I still go on those days? Yes. Because I have to. I've already made it a daily habit. Chat, press 1 if you hate hiking. How do you hate nature? And then also, this served a dual purpose for me, because I had a terrible farmer's tan. I was straight up Hank Hill. But I'm like, I don't care about these people. I'm going to run it. So then every day, I would just go shirtless on this hike and then just work on the tan, right? For me, the very next thing that I thought I needed to work on was a little more practical. Macros. Like, I was losing weight, but I also noticed that I wasn't really keeping the muscle that I wanted to keep. And I was still keeping some fat. Some of the meals at Freshly were not conscious of macros. Like, they stayed within like 500 calories, but the fat was not what I needed. Well, then the question is, well, what do you need? Well, same thing as a calorie calculator. I just went and did a fucking macro calculator, right? That's it. That easy. I just fucking Googled macro calculator. There are different ones. They all kind of give you similar results. So you can try a bunch of different ones to see that the one you're trying is not just completely out of whack. And then other ones kind of base it on your body goals, right? Are you trying to get buff? Are you trying to just get lean? I don't know. Basically, I just changed from Freshly to something a lot more structured in terms of macros. Things that I like to eat. I like to eat salmon. I like to eat pork chops. Good. I'm not struggling. And another layer I added to do the macro thing successfully is I added oatmeal. I was like, what's a good way to get my macros in a very simple to do, consistent way every single day? Overnight oats, I could literally put whatever I want to put into it. I don't have to cook it every day. I don't have to feel the same food fatigue. I think you get a lot more food fatigue from extremely savory things and extremely sweet things. But when you get something that's just kind of chill and not too much in any category, I think you have an easier time eating it more regularly. And to me, that's oatmeal. Oatmeal to me was an easy way to tackle all kinds of things. Tackle the macros I need, and to not have food fatigue, and easy to prep, so it's just easy for me to add it into my daily lifestyle. I go to Google and I type overnight oats recipe. And there you go. Bada bing, bada boom. I have the first 2/3 of my day's macros taken care of. I didn't have to cook shit. I don't get tired of it. Eating oatmeal's easy. It's quick. I can still stream. I can still go on my hike. I can do all these other things. And I add that to my routine. So where are we at, chat? What's the routine? The routine is, we started off saying, okay, we want to get fit, right? We want to get healthy, but we start off easy. We start off with meal prep, and I don't want to cook it, so I get it from a company. So I just got it from Freshly. Easy. 2 pounds a week. I think my ideal weight is like 160. I wanted to do cardio, so once again, I made it easy for me. Then I wanted macros. I'd use a macro calculator. I added oats. I got a better or a more specific meal prep service, right? You're telling me I'm doing all these things, but I did it in a way that's slow and casual, so now it all feels good and easy. You're telling me you got to do all these things, and I'm saying yes. But I'm telling you it's easy as long as you add them gradually. Then it's just easy. Then it's just a lifestyle. It's just what you do. How do you reestablish habits? Especially when you notice how far behind you are compared to what you used to be able to do. Oh, okay. And this is a concept I gathered from gambling. It's really weird where I get my life lessons from and the way I derive my logic. But poker was a way that I learned this very valuable lesson, which is do not chase your losses. Do not chase the money, right? If you've lost money, don't chase it. And it works the same way in Smash and other parts of life where Do not chase your best self, your best former self. Don't chase that, okay? It's not about wanting that and then feeling bad because you're not there. The only thing that matters in this life is the work that you put in. So the only thing that you should be thinking about is not your old self, but lifestyle changes. Just think, okay, time to fix the diet. Just do it. Time to start lifting. Do it. Don't look in the mirror thinking, fuck, man, I used to be the shit. I used to have it this way. Don't think that. You're doing the work. The work is the only thing that matters. So just look at the work. Are you performing? Are you doing the work? The only thing that matters, like in Smash, in poker, is how are you playing? How are you doing the work? You don't get results by worrying about results. You get results by focusing on the work. Okay, because I think it is mentally draining to compare yourself even to your old self. And I'm not saying I have that down perfectly. I do it all the time. Oh, by the way, I haven't even begun to talk about how all of this definitely improves your mood, your emotional state, your mentality. Like, endorphins are nuts doing this kind of shit. Aside from going from like this bigger man to this guy. Cool, you see him, right? More fit and stuff. Aside from getting the physical benefits of it, I also gained the mental benefits of it. I am so much happier. All of life is a grind, my friends. And if there's some kind of barrier stopping you from doing one thing, well, then you gotta find a way to work on that barrier, and then you get access to the next thing. It's a fucking RPG. It's a Metroidvania, right? You cannot access this room until you handle this room. Yeah, I got in shape. And I talked about how I did it and what lifestyle changes I made to get there. And also, this haircut was terrible. This haircut was awful. So, chat, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Yo, thanks for hanging out. I hope that helps some people. I hope that starts some of you off on your journeys. Later. All right, no awkward end. No awkward end. We figured it out. I'm a good streamer. Look at that transition. Oh, we're ending. Peace. Use code HUGS or HUGS86. I don't know what the code's gonna be. Use one or the other. And they're like, oh my God, you've gotten so skinny. You got no ass now. She says I have no ass. That's not true. I got an ass still, okay?